All right, we're back. We're back in the second episode of Back to Back. Haven't talked to Stassi in God, it's been a long time. So clearly, you see, we have a lot to catch up about, and Stassi is the definition of an open book. So I'm just gonna run the intro now. So when we get back, we can just get into it. Because that girl loves to talk, and I miss her, and it's just nice to hear from her. So, without further ado, welcome to Missing the Homies. Again, we have Stassi as our guest this month. Let's get it. Back like we never left.
I literally ran to my dad's house and got the charger for this computer. And now my heart is racing.
Oh my God. It is
My
already...
dad was like, what are you still doing? Like, I thought you were starting at it's like 11. And I was like, we didn't start till 10. We haven't talked about Twilight yet. He's next door watching WandaVision because he's never seen it. And I told him he had to see it. He's also never seen Doctor Strange. But he's like, get me a ticket for Doctor Strange.
Oh my God. I would do anything to go back and watch WandaVision for the first time again.
That was like the last time I think I felt joy. But like also the most horrendous heartbreak.
Well, have you watched, do you watch Moon Knight?
Okay, so when Zoe left, like I have an Apple TV. All of the like Apple TV stuff, because she had like better accounts than me, it's logged in under her. And so when Moon Knight started, it was right when they had put like Daredevil and like Jessica Jones on. So they updated like Disney Plus to like you have to like say you want the mature rating.
Yeah.
And because it was under Zoe, I just like was waiting for her to do it. I like didn't want to text her and be like, hey, can you like update your Disney Plus since I'm using it? Like I have my own.
Yeah.
It's just I cannot for the life of me figure out how to like log out of hers and go into mine.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
It like will not let me log out on my TV. So I was just like, well, I'll just wait for Zoe to do it. And when she finally did, it was just like I have so much that I need to be doing every night. And
right.
like I work in Taylor and I live in,
West
like where I live in Weston. Give me like 1334 Woodbourne. That's not my address, but it's one of the addresses that I've lived at in the past.
I'm so sorry.
But like, please dox me.
I'm so sorry.
But like, I work like a half an hour away.
Yeah, so
for my job.
And now you're doing this. Now you're doing this nonsense.
Oh, this is totally fine because I was already home. But it's like by the time I get home, like I don't get home for like a good 10 hours half the time. And it's like, that's fine. I get home, I eat, I watch a little YouTube video, maybe a little episode of something here and there.
Yeah.
Maybe I melt my brain on TikTok. I have been reading. Who am I?
Oh, I've been reading too.
I really like reading. I just like, as I said on my birthday, I bought so many books at Barnes & Noble.
I've been reading comics, so I like half count that as
I've been reading a lot of true crime.
Oh.
Because I love a true crime podcast.
Jeez.
As we know. But
I don't know how.
So yeah, I never got into it. You know what I did watch? I did watch Pam and Tommy because I am a Sebastian Stan slut. And
Renee watched it. She said it was she liked it. She liked it.
So good. I did see her on Twitter talking about it, but
so the reason I bring up Moon Knight is because Moon Knight and WandaVision had similar
I've seen stuff on like Twitter about it, but I try not to because I am gonna watch it. Yeah. I was just waiting, and I think I just got to the point where I was like, "Is it all out now?"
No. This upcoming week is the finale. It's the last episode.
My plan, honestly, was to watch it after WandaVision, just because I'll have a little more time off. I took a few days off, and I planned on like watching my TV shows.
I wanna rewatch WandaVision before Doctor Strange 2 comes out.
So on Easter, I watched the first 2 episodes with my dad, and I was like, we're watching these. And I was like, you're going to love them. They're so good. It's a fucking stacked cast.
So fucking good. Oh my God.
I was like, it is my favorite. My dad has not seen, my dad's a really bad Marvel fan. Mm-hmm. He's seen like the first Iron Man. He was positive for years that he saw Thor Ragnarok, and it was actually Endgame that he had seen. And I was like, Dad. He was like, Thor, he's fat. And I was like, no.
I was gonna say, well,
Thor. Ant-Man 2.
Oh my God.
He watched the last hour of Ant-Man 2.
That hurts.
And then went back and watched the beginning because he watches them on cable.
Oh my god, that's how I was for
saw...
Zombieland for the longest time. I saw the last hour of Zombieland, no joke, like probably 10 times because I would only catch it on TV, and I've only seen it all the way through like maybe once.
So I don't have cable, but my dad lives on cable.
Yeah.
And he's just been like, oh, because I just will go to the movies alone. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. So I'll go. I'll buy 2 seats. I'll sit alone. Sit next to me. And so on opening nights, people get so pissed. For Spider-Man, I had bought 3 tickets for my dad, and then I bought one for Dalton because I know he likes Spider-Man. So I was like, yeah, you can come. Like, I'll be a good sister. We've never gone to a movie together, literally ever, I don't think. And I was like, yeah, why not? He fell asleep that night at like 5 p.m. The movie was at like 7. He didn't go. So there was just me, my dad, a empty seat, the full row.
And then and then a packed fucking oh my god, you know somebody was pissed.
That, and there's like people in front of us. It's like a grown man and like a kid running from like 4 rows behind being like, Dad, are you comfy? And I was like, oh my god, like we're those jackasses. But I was like, I bought the ticket.
Right.
But yeah, Dolphin like a few weeks ago was like, oh, when I got the DVD, he was like, oh, like I still have to watch that, and I was like, you can borrow like the copy, like you have to watch it at my house because you don't have a Blu-ray player. I was like, you can watch it, I don't care, just like be careful because I am insane.
Yeah. Do you have all the Marvel DVDs?
So I have what we would call a legal copy that has Iron Man through Far From Home, plus the Incredible Hulk, which we do and do not count.
I love the Incredible Hulk, though. I count it.
No.
I count it.
I mean, like that Hulk, yes, but like Mark Ruffalo.
Yes, I love Mark Ruffalo. But I think Edward Norton wasn't.
Mark Ruffalo in 13 Going on 30.
I saw something the other day that because you know that new movie he's in with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, the Adam Project.
Yes, I watched it.
I haven't watched it. I heard it was really good, but
it's so good.
I heard it's a sequel to 13 Going on 30.
So, okay, because he's married to her. Ryan Reynolds is like their kid, and then like they're, it's what's his name? He's gonna be Percy Jackson. Walker, what's his name? The little kid.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my
Walker,
God,
Texas
Ranger.
Good.
He's literally Ryan Reynolds. He's gonna be Percy Jackson, and I'm going to cry. So
are they doing like a whole Percy Jackson universe?
So
the Percy Jackson-averse?
They're doing like the TV show for it, and I'm really excited
it's a TV
he's
show.
Actually, like he's 12,
and
it's like by the time Logan Lerman's movies came out, Homeboy was 17, and I will live and die that Logan Lerman is one of the loves of my life. Also, the loves of my life are all the same.
How many of those Percy Jacksons were there?
There were 2.
Okay.
And they were bad, but they were iconic. Like Twilight.
I remember that. Oh my God, fucking Twilight. I literally was laughing my ass off through the whole thing. Like the one part where Bella's dad is like, "Here, take this." I swear to God.
I thought we were talking about Percy Jackson.
No, I liked Percy Jackson. I remember seeing it in theaters, and like that.
So did I.
The thing where he like
clicked. I think with Pilar.
When he clicked the pen and the sword came out, I was like, "That's the coolest shit I've ever seen."
When they're like getting like high in that casino and Lady Gaga is blasting.
Peak.
Absolutely. He fights Medusa, and there's a song playing, and I cannot think of it, but it's like iconic, and oh my God.
I know the scene.
I can't remember.
I know the scene you're talking about. I can't think of the song either. But I thought Percy Jackson was
I'm Googling it.
Okay, you Google it. But so the part in Twilight where her dad's like, "Here, take this." I laughed out loud
when he throws the keys at her.
No, when he gives her the pepper spray. I laughed so fucking hard because I was like, "Oh my God, is he gonna give her a gun?"
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, oh, this is political. It's like, I'm not like pro cop, but I am pro Charlie Swan.
Is Charlie Swan the dad?
He's chief. Like, no, I'm kidding. He's the sheriff. Yes.
Okay, so he's the dad. He's Bella's dad.
He's Bella's dad.
What else
I think so. I did read the books. Obviously, I am insane, and I did read the books when they came out. in 2008.
Oh my God.
They were already out by 2008. The movie came out in 2008. Yes, I know this is a fact. And I did read them, and Charlie, her parents, like, they're horrible. Like, we'll get into it. But
I mean,
they're horrible. But Billy Burke as Charlie Swan, daddy.
I don't. What else is he in?
Love him.
Well, I mean, you watch a lot.
Billy Burke. He's in.
Or did you just love him in Twilight?
No, he's in other things, but he's like definitely more known as like for like us. He's definitely more known for like Twilight. He was in a TV show that wasn't like great. Something.
Sweaty.
He was in that Red Riding Hood movie with
Hoodwinked?
Amanda Seyfried. No.
Oh. That's the only Red Riding Hood movie I respect.
You didn't like the horrible Red Riding Hood from 2011?
I honestly can't even remember it. Was it live action?
It was because Amanda Seyfried was in it, and she either like her dad is like a werewolf or
oh, so it's like some weird
her boyfriend. I don't remember. I remember I watched it when my mother was alive and I was in Florida, or she was in Florida. Hold on, I need to look up the scene with Medusa, or I will not remember.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can pick up. I'm gonna see if I can pick up Sweaty and show you him because he's so cute, and I don't.
Oh my God, please do.
I don't think you've met him.
Shut up. Hello.
He wants to leave. 1 second. You're a little bitch. You're a little bitch, baby. I just want to give you little kisses. Go. Get out, you little baby. He's such a little prince.
Is he?
He is, but I love him. I finally understand what it's like to have a pet.
Like, a child.
Yeah, like I get it now. I get when people...
They are little children.
Like I come home from work and I'm just like, I just want to put my face in his face and just bother him.
I'm watching this fucking scene because it won't tell me the
Jesus
song.
Christ.
No, it wasn't a song. It was him using his fucking like iPod, like this.
That's okay. That's what I thought. I was like, I remember the scene where he's like this.
Yes, I thought there was a song playing during it. It wasn't. I'm just thinking of Lady Gaga.
Jesus Christ.
Iconic.
Was it the back of his iPod Touch or?
Yes, the back of his iPod Touch, and he sees her in the reflection. Fucking like.
What a
Potter.
time. What a fucking time.
Anyways, just a real quick to go back because I never finished saying it. I will be watching Moon Knight as soon as I have time.
Okay. I won't say anything then, aside from it's great. I know
it looks really good, and I know Oscar Isaac is a daddy, so...
So I'd never seen anything Oscar Isaac was in until Moon Knight. And it had to be a couple of weekends ago. Renee was in Michigan or whatever, and I was sitting at home alone watching Moon Knight. And I texted her
because Renee wasn't there.
I was like, I understand the hype around Oscar Isaac. He is a gorgeous man.
Oh my God, literally, he looks so young too.
He killed it. Like
he's like not. He's not old, but he's not like young.
Yeah, I mean that's
he's
salt.
Like 40 something.
That's salt and pepper beard.
I'd say as a 25-year-old.
That's salt and pepper beard.
Listen,
but he killed it. He that was the only other thing I'm gonna say. He absolutely I didn't know.
I've seen things. I don't have a single clue what's going on, and that's fine because I will. I will soon. And so I will be watching that, and then the new Hulu show with Andrew Garfield as a detective because
I did see something about that.
It's under like the Banner of Heaven or something. It's based off of either a real thing or a book.
Something
else came out at the same time, and I don't remember which one was real and which one was the book.
He really put his whole Garfussy into his
Listen,
role.
that is my favorite joke to make.
Me and Renee say it all the fucking time, and then
remember
we put
exactly what I think it was something about Zendaya, and it was the same joke.
She put her whole Zendusi into MJ.
I sent it to Montana, and she was like, "Why would you show me that?"
Me and Renee. What was the most recent Ussy thing we said? Oh fuck, I don't even know. But it was like, oh man, I can't wait to go home and have a Sandusi. Some shit.
It is so funny. And when you say it in front of someone who like doesn't have a single clue what the fuck you're trying to say, they're like, "Excuse me."
I love it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Andrew Garfield. But you know, I watched Tick Tick Boom, and
Same.
maybe because I'd never
seen. Good.
I hate
musicals.
I hated it.
What? Listen,
I wanted to watch it.
Kind of hated it.
I wanted to watch it for my problematic queen, Vanessa Hudgens.
Dude, that was the reason I was like, do I want to watch? At least she was actually singing.
Yeah. I thought she was gonna be in it more.
Oh, Beckett. Oh my god. They really did. Like, because I didn't see it until a few weeks ago, because I saw it before the Oscars. I know that. I know he lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like it. Okay, it was good. It made me very sad. The songs were fucking catchy though.
Yeah,
but I was also like, I don't want to be watching. I did look at my phone for a lot of it because I hate a musical. Bless you.
I think it took me two like nights to watch it because I couldn't get into it. And
I feel really bad when I like start to look down at my phone because I'm like, I just know I don't care.
That and you know, I think also I'd never seen Rent. I didn't know what Rent was about. No. And I know
people care about it.
That's the only other thing I know. I know it's huge, but I was so confused through the whole movie. I was like,
yeah, that's fair.
It felt like a joke. It felt like a joke the whole time. And then I was like,
I think the only reason I thought it was good. I have to say, like, his acting is so good. He killed it. And I was very sad and very moved, but I also felt very like
I was
not
lost.
Culturally
maybe it's because we weren't theater kids. You had to be a theater kid to really feel it. Yeah, I was not a theater kid,
and I think it shows.
Yeah.
By my monotone voice.
I hope he gets an Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Okay. But if it's with Sony, like, no.
Yeah, Sony's gonna fuck. Did you
see Morbius?
I was just gonna
I did not, because I do not support Jared Leto.
So
and also because the director told us everything I needed to know 2 weeks before it came out on Twitter.
Okay, so look, when that whole thing happened was when me and Renee were in Boston, and we had spent like the whole day out and about. We got rained on, whatever. And then we eventually sit down. We couldn't go into any place to eat. So when we finally got someplace to where we could sit down, I opened up Twitter and I saw.
I was losing my mind.
Well, I kept seeing stuff about Morbius, and I was like, well, yeah, I know it's supposed to come out in a couple of days, like, but why is there all this?
April 1st.
Well,
because it was an April Fool's joke.
So that's why I was like, I know it's supposed to come out in a couple of days, but this is more talk than what it is. And then I saw the director thing, and I was like, okay. I was already up in the air about Morbius because I was like,
because
it was a Sony
movie in the last year. It was the only trailer that played at every single movie you went to, regardless of what you were seeing. I went and saw the movie Spencer, which was
I saw that on Netflix.
Diana, it was Stewart.
I really liked that actually.
Stewart, and I went at a 10 p.m. show on a Monday, and I was the only one in the theater besides my father, who also wanted to come. There was legitimately not another soul in that theater. There was one chair that was purchased, and the seat was up. Unless it was a ghost, we were alone.
That's so fucking funny.
The Morbius trailer played.
I'm like, so I was
I
I
want to see if I can find the tweets.
I already knew that Morbius was gonna
bad.
not be good because it was a Sony project, and then
Yeah, they're
the
really bad.
so the whole director thing happened, and I'm literally sitting there at dinner. I'm laughing my ass off, and everybody's like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "The director of the Morbius movie just spoiled the whole thing, and people hate it." And Renee's like, "Well, are you gonna keep reading, or are you gonna go see it?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, now I want to go see it to see how bad it is." And
So you saw it?
no, so that
Okay.
was the day it happened. So I'm like sitting there.
Yeah, I think that was a full week or two before the movie came out
So I sat
that
there
he posted the questions.
and I read the whole thread, and
Yes.
I'm like, okay, well, I know what happened in the movie.
That's all I needed to know.
And then I was like, okay, let me give it a little bit. So, like the YouTubers I watch, they got the pre-release, and they're like, stupid as fuck, doesn't make any sense, not connected. And I was like, okay, now I don't know if I even want to give Sony my money to see that.
I can't find them. They must be deleted. But I saved some of the the people who saw it early. I saw some of the quotes that people wrote, and I remember I opened at work with Montana, and she was gonna go see Morbius, and I was like, "Here's what they say," and she was like, "Okay, you have convinced me not to see it," and so her and I would just rip on it for days.
I was
and this one
laughing
girl I
my
work with,
ass off.
she's brand new. She came in, she goes, "I saw it. My dad wanted to go. I didn't want him to go alone. It was bad. It was bad."
It was
so bad.
I still haven't seen it, and I was like, I'll just wait till it comes to whatever Disney Plus, if it ever comes.
The iPhone end credit scenes.
No, but I heard about them that they like just super like it's real stupid.
So it's Michael Keaton as
the Vulture.
The Vulture.
Oh yeah, and how he
Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, so I guess it's 2 end credits. So the first end credit is like Jared Leto seeing the sky open up like it did in both Loki and Spider-Man. So it happens like the sky opens up like that while he's like driving or some shit. And like that's the first end credit scene. And then the second one, I guess, was him like
meeting up with Michael Keaton.
He's driving and he goes, and then all of a sudden Michael Keaton's Vulture in like the same outfit but like slightly different comes down, and he's like, "Hey homie, thanks for meeting me. Did you maybe want to fuck up Spider-Man, who Morbius has never met and doesn't know who he is?"
Never met. Michael Keaton from Homecoming was like,
"Oh no, I'm totally wrong. The first scene was Michael Keaton and his jail cell getting like fucking transferred to the Sonyverse, and him being like, "I hope the food's better here." And then they let him out. It like goes to like a police, like a news anchor being like, "Yeah, a random citizen was found in a jail cell. Obviously he was released since he's done no crimes."
What the fuck? Okay, so it was right after Homecoming, but
so I think the time frame isn't supposed to be right after Homecoming. It's supposed to be after No Way Home, but it's Michael Keaton, who we have not seen since that scene where he was definitely with Scorpion, like set up at the end of Homecoming, which like I get why we didn't follow that storyline, but I'm also a little hurt that we didn't follow that storyline.
But also didn't Scorpion basically said the same thing. He's like, "Yo, you want to fuck up Spider-Man?" and
he said
and
no.
he's like, "No." So why
he said no because Peter saved his life and his daughter's life. So he's like, "I'm still gonna protect this child."
Literally.
This 15-year-old child. But as soon as he turns 17, he forgets
we're gonna fucking
that
kill
Peter
him.
is Spider-Man, but he still knows that Spider-Man saved him and his daughter. So I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
So that's once I got to that part in like the reviews, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go waste my money. I'll just wait until it comes out and stream it.
And I truly was like, if you wanted to do this, also the way that they tried to explain like him shifting universes was like, yeah, we've seen from No Way Home that you can shift universe. That's not what the spell did.
Right. It was the opposite.
This doesn't make sense.
They flipped it.
Yeah, and so
I guess it made
this universe.
It made sense when Venom, like even Venom was a stretch. But
yeah, they didn't really do anything with that except they left his goo.
Which, fingers crossed.
So, literally.
Hopefully, fingers
I mean, we
crossed.
saw Dark Tom. Like, I will die.
Oh my god.
Physically die.
I really love where they left Tom
The
Holland's
way that I've
Spider-Man.
sobbed every single time I've watched that movie.
So the other day I went back and watched the last scene, like the last fight scene from Endgame, bawled.
Oh my god.
Bawled my eyes out, and I was like, already feeling that emotional sucker punch. I was like, fuck, I want to watch Spider-Man.
Fan edits on TikTok.
Yeah.
Because I do. And I will admit it. I keep getting Spider-Man ones, and they are almost always like either obviously like my god, Peter and like MJ and like Ned. Those ones hurt so bad. But then once in a while they'll be like, let me really fuck around. Here's Peter losing every single person, starting with Tony.
Oh shit. No, see,
obviously we never got an Uncle Ben with Tom's, but like we have to assume it happened. And it's like everything Spider-Man touches like comes to ruin, and it's like my heart hurts.
So I'm still reeling from because I've seen Spider-Man twice, and I'm still
twice
like
in theaters, and now I own it.
I'm like still, whenever I think about, because I guess I don't get the fan edits, but I get like clips of Andrew Garfield saving Zendaya. And that one.
And not saving Gwen. I remember sitting in the theater with Alex. I feel like I must have been like 14 or 15, 16, somewhere in there. I had to have been 16. I didn't know Alex when I was 14.
Yeah.
And just fully sitting. We saw Spider-Man, and it must have been opening weekend or like, early on.
The Andrew Garfield one, right?
The Andrew Garfield one, The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And the theater was packed. It was when you went into the theater and picked your seats. You didn't like pick them. Yeah. And
wow, what a time.
We were sitting in the front row, like to the right, sitting up watching it like this, and both her and I were like, just like tear. And I was like, are you crying? And she was like, no. And she's like, are you crying? And I was like, no.
Well, see, so
no.
I had to.
It hurts so bad because they were dating.
Well, I had to see it twice because I remember going in, seeing it the first time, and I was like, that was a weird ending.
Oh boy.
Oh, look at his little mustache.
Mustache.
So I remember leaving the first time and being like, oh, that was a weird ending.
Andrew?
And I didn't get it. And I was like, huh. And then it wasn't until the second time I saw it.
And you were like, she dead.
And I feel like it hit me twice because I heard the snap and I like saw her head hit the concrete, and I was like,
when you like look back at it now, because I watched all of the Spider-Man movies before No Way Home came out.
Way.
Like went back to Toby.
I just went and watched Toby 2, and it was great.
I don't love the Toby movies, and I think it's because I have a really hard time with the age, because like I don't know how old they were supposed to be. I was like, they're in high school, but they look 42.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't get past it.
Toby's bully looks like a fucking grown man.
And I loved, because once again, bringing Twilight into this, the Amazing Spider-Mans came out right after Twilight. So they were Twilightified, as I would like to call them, where it was a love story. It was a, like, because as soon as Twilight happened, it was literally like, okay,
I love how everything I watch.
It all goes back to Twilight.
I was going to say,
life goes back to Twilight.
The rest of this month, we're just going to keep touching back on Twilight.
Oh, literally. Twilight is my whole being. But it truly was. Like, Twilight was so big that once Twilight happened, it was like, okay, then you got, like, The Vampire Diaries is a big TV show.
Mm-hmm.
You got, like, all these CW, like, vampires and werewolves and
Teen
what
Wolf.
The fuck else came out
I never
Twilight?
watched Teen Wolf.
Oh, my God. We can't do this. I will go off for days.
Okay.
We literally cannot do this.
Okay.
Another time, I will go off. The people I work with hear me talk like this every single day, and they were like, "We fucking hate you," but also, tell me more. What else came out after Twilight that I like cannot think about right now? Like, what is the other Divergent?
Oh, I never saw
like
those
books,
yeah.
like fantasy, like Hunger Games.
I was
gonna
say Hunger Games,
and then
not Kite Runner.
with like the Maze Runner.
Maze Runner.
Like,
that's
movies
what I was
that were like sci-fi-ish, like, but also it was like
semi-real.
Becky, fucking figure out what I'm trying to say. I know what I want to say. It's just not coming out.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like those teen like romance.
Yes, those teen like dramas, but it was like
action
there was
romance
something where it was like
movie.
a werewolf or a vampire or like something with like a witch or like a power or something.
Yeah.
Like that was huge. And so the Amazing Spider-Man movies, they had to play off of that because of when they came out. It was like 2012, I think, when they came out. The first one came out.
I don't know. You keep talking.
It wasn't Civil War 2015.
Civil War. That sounds right.
I think it was 2011 or 2012 and 2014 because Tom Holland was announced as Spider-Man within like the year of Andrew Garfield's movies ending.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember being like, "What the fuck? Who is this dude? What?" Oh, I just looked up Civil War.
He was in stuff, but it wasn't like that was like his big thing. Wow. I mean, what was that movie he was in with the hurricane?
I don't even know
what wasn't a hurricane. It was a tsunami.
So Civil War came out. Civil War came out in 2016.
That adds up.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I think they announced him in 2015.
Yeah, they had to.
Because they would have been shooting.
Yeah, and because the Amazing Spider-Man, the second one came out 2014. I want to say.
Oh my god, look at me go.
Hell yeah.
But they had just like it was like, okay, here's our love story. Here is our like hero, but he's also like a little dark because he's like dangerous.
And I loved the like go. I guess. Because I liked the Tobey Spider-Man.
I like them. No, I really do like them. I just don't like them as much. I'm not, and I know why it is. I hate Mary Jane.
Oh, what's her name?
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst.
I don't like her as a human being. I think she's a phenomenal actress. I do.
Wait, why?
I don't think she's a bad. I don't like that she said a few years ago that they never needed to remake a Spider-Man because they already did the best one. They could never do anything better, and she would never want to be in one of them. And as soon as No Way Home came around, she was like, "Oh my god, I want to be in it."
Of course she did. She saw that. Yeah,
she come back. And like,
she saw that check.
I don't even think she needs the money. Her and her husband were just both nominated for Oscars at the same time.
What is
I don't think.
What movies was she? Who cares? Doesn't matter.
I don't know. She was nominated. I don't know who won, but it wasn't her.
Unpopular opinion. I love Spider-Man 3. Like emo Tobey.
There was just a lot going on.
There was, and like I think
there was so much going on. I also watched the Into the Spider-Verses, which I hadn't seen. There's only one.
Yeah.
The other ones are coming out. But I hadn't seen it.
I hope
before.
I hope that comes into play with Doctor Strange.
I just don't think it will, because did you see that tweet that went out earlier that it was like the things you need to have seen are WandaVision, Doctor Strange, What If, and Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of figured
the earlier viewers are happening now.
I heard I kind of figured that from I thought
you would need to watch Loki too. But I guess not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they broke it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Loki was my least favorite of all of the shows.
Oh my god, me too.
But
everyone says I'm crazy.
But I realized it was like one of the it was one of the most important.
And I didn't like the incest.
Thank you.
You can't look at me.
I thought it was
weird.
Look
at me and watch Spider-Man and say, "Oh my god, they're brothers. That scene is so cute." And then watch Loki and Sylvie make out and be like, "Yes, Sylvie, like siblings."
It was so
like they're you can't call them siblings in one and then be like, "Yeah, they should fuck."
It was so fucking weird.
They're variants of the same thing. I can't do it.
I didn't like. I feel like it was like, to me, the whole Loki and Sylvie plotline could have been taken out. Like I would have just watched.
I wanted to see
the
more
TVA.
I wanted to see more of Loki as the star and not Sylvie.
Yeah, or if Sylvie was going to be the star, then make her the star. Yeah.
I wanted Loki for Loki, not what I was given.
Yeah, not emotionally changed
like
Loki.
I think WandaVision was my favorite. Honestly, unfortunately, I hate Jeremy Renner, but Hawkeye was my second favorite. I was so entertained.
I fucking bawled my eyes out when I finally understood Hawkeye. And it
Did you not?
I didn't.
What did you not get?
So at first I was like, I know it sounds kind of dumb, but also I had never seen the I didn't.
Did you not see Black Widow?
No, I did see Black Widow, but I didn't see Daredevil until after Hawkeye. So like when the Kingpin reveal.
You didn't see Daredevil?
No, I had never.
It's so good.
Oh my god, amazing!
Okay. If
now
we're
I think
including
that's
those,
one
then
of my
that is
favorite.
100% my favorite, like Marvel comic to TV show, whatever you want to call it. It is phenomenal. It is the one that every other show needs to compare itself to.
And so
I told like everyone I work with that hadn't seen it, I was like, you gotta watch this. And like 3 girls watched it, including Tina, and she was like, it's so dark.
Daredevil got me to start reading the comics. Like
yeah,
I
so good.
I fucking
and Charlie
killed it.
I cannot do it.
I lucked out and saw Daredevil before No Way Home came out. So like when the reveal happened, I was like,
so you knew.
I was like, oh shit.
You weren't one of those people going.
Yeah, like who is this?
I knew,
who is this fucking
too.
guy? But so when the Kingpin reveal happened, also spoilers, whatever, too late.
It came out at Christmas.
So when
because that was last week for me.
When the Kingpin reveal happened, I was like, oh.
I was just confused
that's cool.
Because if it was like so hard though, for like obviously we're missing some plot, but like we saw like Kingpin and like Daredevil fight, and like they're both fucked up. How the fuck was Kate Bishop holding her ground?
Right, and
I obviously it was for Disney, and I get that. But if we're to believe, because there was that brief day where they were like, yes, in the timeline, this happens in Daredevil, and then this happens in Hawkeye, and then they erased it.
Wait, well, I don't.
It was like on like Disney or Marvel's website where it was like following this timeline, in the end of season 3 of Daredevil. Like they made the Marvel shows like canon, at least for Daredevil.
Gotcha.
They didn't nothing on anything else. But if you're giving, because did you see Defenders? It's really bad.
No, I've heard that, but I really want to. I've heard Iron Fist is fucking
Jessica
horrible.
Jones?
No, that's the next one I want to watch because I heard that's amazing.
Season 1 is like god tier.
I heard Jessica Jones was amazing, and I heard Punisher is pretty good too.
That is the other one I'm still watching because again, the Netflix pass. It went off Netflix. I hadn't seen season 3. I had seen season 1 and 2. So season 3, I take years to watch things.
Yeah.
I went back and watched either right before or after No Way Home, and then watched that, and then something else happened, but I wasn't like finished with it, and I finished. And then they switched over. Well, because I was rewatching everything because I was like, oh, I want to watch Defenders, so I put in order the way they came out, and it's like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and then it's like Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and then Defenders, and Punisher. No, and then it's like Daredevil and then Punisher or something. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, I remember. I remember Punisher is one of the most recent ones.
Yes, Punisher was the last one.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to watch them in the right order, but then I got to Luke Cage and I was like, I just don't. It's too much cops. I didn't want to watch it. But like I Google read, I synopsis every single episode because I was like, I still want to know. I just don't have the time to watch it because they were coming off of Netflix.
So I finished.
And it wasn't announced yet.
I finished Daredevil maybe 3 days before it got taken off of Netflix, and I was so sad. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get to watch Jessica Jones. I'm not gonna get to ever watch Daredevil. And then I was like, if Disney is smart, which they are, I was like, they're gonna take them off Netflix and put them on Disney Plus, and so like that week and a half where it wasn't announced.
It was like 2 weeks, yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, I was wrong. I was like, I'm so sad.
Well,
I'm gonna have to find where to.
When they announced they were coming off, I was like, I know they're either going on to Hulu or Disney Plus, and we're like the only country where Disney Plus is like for children only. Every other country's got like it's like their Hulu. So I was like, it makes sense that like they would put it on Disney Plus since they own that content now.
Yeah.
So I finished just same thing. I didn't finish Jessica Jones until like this year, but Jessica Jones season 3, I finished the night before at like midnight.
Oh,
I stayed up and finished season 3 because I was like, I am not like waiting 2 weeks to finish this season.
That's where I was with the end of Daredevil, and I was like getting so nervous because
it was like cutting it so close.
Yeah, and I was like I and then the finale I had to watch like twice.
So good.
And it was, oh my God, it was so. But so anyway, to go back to Hawkeye. To go back to Hawkeye, I like, and I mean, I knew it was gonna like be Clint post Endgame, and it was like Natasha, like him dealing with that. But I was like,
that hurts, so I get it.
Yeah, but I was like, where are they gonna even go with like with Hawkeye?
Kate.
What is he gonna do? Yeah, what is Kate gonna even bring to it? And then it wasn't until like the third episode where Jeremy Renner was like, all right, I'll teach you. I was like, oh my God. She is reinvigorating his faith in humanity. I was like, oh, and it like
I'm glad that they made him like deaf or like impaired.
Yeah, and
so that we could finally like be like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Like,
yeah,
we've been waiting.
I loved it.
I actually really, really enjoyed it, and it was just like it was in that lead up of me watching all the Spider-Man movies, and it was like, okay, it's like coming out right before, and I love Yelena.
Yeah, I understood
with all of my heart.
I didn't understand why people thought Florence Pugh was hot until Hawkeye. I know, like I know, because I
love her.
Because in Black Widow, she's more comic relief. I didn't think she was.
Yeah,
like she was cool.
She's really funny.
But yeah, she's
so funny.
She was more funny in Black Widow. So I was like, oh,
but
okay.
It hurts.
I don't get it.
So bad. The episode where she like blips back.
Oh my God.
My heart, and then God, the end scene of Black Widow.
Fucking Christ. So
I'm gonna cry so bad in a week.
I'm so not ready for it, and I'm glad that
I'm emotionally stunted.
I'm glad that we're that you follow along with Marvel, so I'll have someone to talk to about this.
Oh yeah, no, I am up in it in a way that it's like I shouldn't be this proud. Yeah, no, I really want to watch Moon Knight, and then I have to finish Punisher. You are correct. No one has seen Iron Fist because
I've heard it's awful. I heard
Defenders was really bad. I am a big stan of Daredevil and Jessica Jones, and so I watched it for them.
So that's what I want to do, because I've heard Jessica Jones is amazing.
It was like one-time watch, you're good.
Yeah, so that's I want to do it, especially if they're gonna make it canon. And I really want to. Did you watch Agent Carter?
No, because I hate her.
Really?
But I know it was really good.
As an actress or as a character?
As a human being.
Oh, okay.
I find her disgusting.
I don't know anything about her, but I definitely want to watch Agent Carter. I'll let you know how it goes.
I find her to be very creepy as a human being. I do want to watch that, and then I never watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I've seen like episodes like in passing, because it ran for like 12 years.
It did run for a long time.
I think it was like 8 years, 12 seasons or something like that.
Holy
like something
fuck.
Crazy. But I definitely want to see it.
I know it's not main continuity. It's like a different universe.
Yeah, it's like a variant timeline or something. Because they have said that
everything is canon now.
Like count.
Everything
it's
is
like not canon. I don't know.
Well, technically, it's not 616, so it's canon but different reality. God damn.
I literally hate it. I was like, I've never read a comic, just so we're clear. I just like Google what happens in them.
I love it. It wasn't until actually, so Daredevil got me
into it,
into comics, and I was like, okay, let me. So I wound up buying this.
Oh my God.
So I literally read the Infinity Gauntlet book, and I was like, huh, it's pretty, the way they did Infinity War and Endgame, it's actually pretty different from this. So I was like, I'm hooked. So Daredevil got me into it. Yeah. And then it wasn't until Moon Knight was the first character that had like a show or a series that I was like, I know absolutely nothing about Moon Knight. So I was like, might as well read the comics. And I fucking loved it.
I heard they're really good.
I wound up picking a series, and I read like 50 comics. And I was like, this is way more reading than I've done in. Oh no, I downloaded the Marvel Unlimited app.
Downloaded it.
pay like it's like
Yeah, no, mine.
$10.
I am lying because I did read comics as like a young child because my dad is into comics, and so he'll ask me like all the time. Like he goes to like a small comic book store and he'll be like, "Do you want these?" And to this day, I'm like, "It's not worth it. Like, do not spend the money."
Yeah,
Because I know it's expensive.
it's too
But
much.
I have read comics before. I just like they're not my like forte of reading.
Yeah.
So I would just Google what I need to know. But I
This
like lost my shit because I was like, listen, I love Jessica Jones, but I really wanted her and Luke to get together like in the comics. And my dad was like, you literally did not read the comics. And I was like, but I know what happens.
I'm very much into it now, and it's like I went to the comic book shop the other day, picked up a Daredevil book, and I didn't look at it. I literally bought it off the cover because I was like, "Oh, that's a sick ass cover."
That's how I buy books.
And I found out it was the 7th book in the series, so I was like,
always.
"Okay, cool."
You
So
should probably go back.
I'm going back tomorrow to get the first, so I can actually start it.
Yeah, you're like, I will get the first 6.
It's so expensive.
It is.
It's just the
and
hobby.
I just can't. If I look, okay, my table right next to me has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 books that I haven't read.
Holy shit. I mean, that's...
And I buy most of my books used.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't have the time.
But that's a fucking huge time commitment, yeah. I have probably...
And I can read, like, let's see. This is... What book is this? I don't know what book that is. I've never seen that one before a day in my life. There's like, okay, so I'm really bad at like this size book. Like I could read this in a night.
Really?
It's just
Holy
that,
shit.
like, yeah. I can read really, really fast, just like I talk really fast.
See, like this big of a book is, I would say, more than half pictures and would take me a week.
That's really... Everyone's different. We all have our strengths. I, for shits and giggles, like I'm on like book TikTok, and if someone recommends a book, like 9 times out of 10, if I find it at a like thrift store, like, and by that I do mean a thrift store online because I do not go in public. I buy everything online for like $2. I will literally get like 35 books delivered to my house that cost me like maybe $30.
Jesus Christ.
I will let them sit in a pile until I find the will to read. And for shits and giggles, I was like, you know what movie I loved? And it's Florence Pugh and my man Timmy and Saoirse Ronan, and my girl Emma Watson, Little Women.
The
Little Women 2019. I will live and die and breathe for that movie. I have the Blu-ray. It is in this shelf right next to my Funko Pops. I only have 3.
I was gonna... What Funko
I am
Pops
an adult.
do you have?
What
Funko Pops do you have?
Guess. It's my top 3.
Okay, so I feel like Twilight has to be one.
No, they're all Marvel. I'm sorry. They're all Marvel. My top 3 Marvel.
Okay, Wanda.
Yes.
Who else? Did you get a Yelena one or
I did not.
a ScarJo?
I did not, but I would be willing.
I'm
trying to keep it low.
I've resisted the urge to get Funko Pops, and they're getting more and more tempting.
My first one I got, and I like specifically ordered it, and I was like, I have to have it. And then Zoe actually ordered the Scarlet Witch one, and like forgot about it. And then I've been trying to get the other one for years. And I finally was just like, fuck it.
So what are the 3 that you have? So
I can't believe you haven't guessed yet. We have been talking about one of them for an hour.
Oh, Daredevil?
No, it's Spider-Man.
Fuck. Okay, Spider-Man.
Like, I don't understand.
Okay, so Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, and let me guess. Is your third one Ant-Man?
No.
Ah, damn.
What do... like, my 3 comfort characters. It says a lot about me.
Okay. Oh, is it Bucky?
It's Bucky.
I don't know if
on this shelf. I don't know because I'm moving a computer.
I don't know if it's because you love Sebastian Stan so much or because you like the most broken ones.
Did you see them? I couldn't tell.
Oh, I saw them.
Aren't they cute?
I love them. And I'm really Tomorrow might be the day I
They're
go
right
get one.
next to. Oh my god! You know what I watched for the first time all the way through?
Huh.
All of the X-Men movies.
Dude. Okay, so I literally was just talking
The
to my
timeline doesn't make sense.
I literally was just talking to my cousin who he did the last month of this podcast, and we were talking about the X-Men movies, especially how
Logan.
they're gonna be canon. We know that.
Yes, because Professor X is. That's why I was like, I gotta just watch them all.
So
So that's what I did in those 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks that I was paid to be home.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I watched all of them.
I feel like
when I tell you, I got to Logan and I was able to easily watch all of them, and then I got to Logan and I had to rent it.
Really?
You cannot get it on a single streaming platform unless you've got cable.
What the fuck?
And so I rented it on Amazon. I called my dad. He knew I was doing this. And he was like, I seem like I talk to my dad a lot, and I actually really do not. It's just like Marvel stuff that I talk to my dad about. And he's, again, a really bad Marvel fan. He doesn't know anything.
Yes.
But I was
he's
like,
seen
listen,
the
Dad,
last hour of Ant-Man 2.
I was watching 3 to 4 X-Men movies a day.
Holy shit.
For 3 days. Because I watched
How
X-Men.
many of them are there?
So there's the 3 X-Men.
And there's X-Men, X2, and X3. I know that.
X3. Then there's the 3 Wolverine movies.
Origins.
Which are Wolverine, the Wolverine, and then Logan. There's Deadpool if you count them.
I didn't know this.
It's not.
I didn't know there was a second
but I
Wolverine.
counted them. What?
I didn't know there was a second Wolverine.
Wolverine. And then the Wolverine is like the Japan one.
Okay, so was that one good? Because I heard that one's.
No.
I heard that. Oh, that one's bad. Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not. For me, it's a one and done.
Okay, Stassi, we need to pause because I'm literally about to piss my pants.
Piss your pants.
I will be 30 seconds.
I'll go on TikTok.
Look up how many X-Men movies. Oh no, you already know. You're counting them down.
Yeah, I know.
All right, no pee is in my pants. I've made it.
Amazing.
Okay.
To be a good person, I did. I got the list for you.
Okay, so we have X-Men, X2, X3.
Yes.
3 Logans.
The Last Stand. Then it's X-Men Origins. It's Wolverine. And then the Wolverine, Logan. But then you get the First Class.
I have seen First Class. Yeah.
James McAvoy.
I saw that one in theaters. Throwback.
So then it's First Class, Days of Future Past, Apocalypse,
Didn't see that.
Dark Phoenix, R.I.P. The 2 Deadpools, and then the New Mutants. They count that one. I personally would not have.
Is New Mutants an X-Men movie, or is it like a?
They count it as like, it's not like X-Men, but it's like in
the universe.
The Fox Men movie realm.
Yeah, just like
And it's the last one. It is called the last one because I remembered like being like, do I watch this?
Yeah, because what? Technically, Legion was part of that universe, and then Umbrella Academy too.
I don't know, but that's on my list of things to watch.
Yeah, I think Umbrella Academy is like a part, because it's not X-Men, but I think they're mutants, and it's like.
Because that's Elliot Page, right?
I don't know.
Elliot Page. You don't know Elliot Page, the actor?
No, I'm so bad with names and faces, but
I literally love Elliot Page, but okay. Do you know?
I guess now I do.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so what?
I feel like you would know Elliot Page.
I feel like let me look up a picture.
Look up Elliot Page.
Okay. Oh, I was just on Safari. Elliot Page. Oh, okay, yeah, I do know Elliot Page. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
He's in that. Because they followed his transition and like they did it in the show too.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah,
Which was another reason that I was like, yeah, I should move that up on my to watch list.
Yeah.
We love
Oh.
a supportive show.
Oh, he's in Days of Future Past. And The Umbrella Academy?
He's Kitty Pryde.
Okay, then yes. I know exactly who that is because I remember because is that the one where Juggernaut like smashes through? I feel like it is. Anyways, I haven't seen an X-Men movie in a long time, but
was that Deadpool too?
So that was a different Juggernaut. That was like the cooler, edgier.
I will say, going through and watching the X-Men movies, so I watched X-Men because I was like, oh, I'll watch them in like the order they came out. Then I was like, that seems like a mistake now that I'm doing it. So I did X-Men, and then I watched them in like chronological order.
The order of like the timeline?
Yeah, so then I watched First Class.
Yeah, and
so
that was a completely different...
I did X-Men, and then I believe I did Wolverine, and then
Two.
No, it was X-Men, Wolverine, and then it was First Class, and then it was Days of Future Past, and then it went into Apocalypse, and then it was like go back now watch X-Men. No, Apocalypse didn't happen. I'm lying to you. It was
which order would you suggest?
And then you went to X-Men 2.
Which order would you suggest I watch them in?
I would Google chronological order and follow that order.
Okay, not the order that they came out in.
No, because if you do order they came out, you're going to watch the 3 X-Men movies first. You're going to do X-Men, X2, Last Stand. And honestly, I think you'll have more fun doing chronological because I did.
Yeah,
I did bawl the fuck out of my eyes at Logan.
So that's
like I knew.
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
So old.
But I don't know the extent. Like
It's awful. Oh my god! I like for like 3 days. Okay, same thing happened to me during Spider-Man. I felt it might have been COVID, but I had.
No, there was definitely a post Spider-Man. There was definitely a post Spider-Man depression.
Heart palpitations. I was depressed after Spider-Man.
PSD.
I was depressed after Logan. Again, might have actually been the COVID.
That one probably was COVID, but there was definitely a post Spider-Man.
I was so sad, but then I went because I do this with everything I watch. I like to look up their most popular couplings on fan fictions. It's just the thing I love to do because I was like, I cannot be the only one, and I know I'm not the only one that was like Magneto and Professor X in like the First Class ones. They're definitely trying to fuck. Like I know I'm not the only one. Because I've seen the fan edits. As we stated.
Oh, jeez.
And so I was like, I'm just curious. They are definitely number one. What I did not see coming was that people really want because it's who is it? James Marsden.
Again, bad with names.
Cyclops.
Let's look it up. Cyclops and who?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Cyclops
in X-Men.
No. Cyclops and who?
Oh, it's Cyclops and Wolverine. So it's Scott Summers and Logan.
Jesus. Oh my gosh.
I had no clue.
He's the guy from Sonic.
Am I right? Is it James Marsden?
Let me see. What's his name?
Or is it James something else?
No, it's James Marsden.
Okay.
AKA
what's really funny is I'm actually really bad at names and faces. So the fact that I'm getting any of these.
No, you're so good because with all of the TV shows and movies you watch, you know everybody's name. I don't.
It's because I deep dive when I'm bored.
You're reading fan fiction.
Fan fiction is written about them. I'm not going to read it unless it's good. But
what's the best fanfic you read? You know it's got to be some Twilight shit. I know you've
50 Shades.
So
I've never read it.
So Renee was saying that 50 Shades
is a Twilight fanfiction.
That's exactly what she was saying, and that blows my mind because I feel like
have you ever there are so many things that Have you ever? I've never seen them, but have you ever like heard of the Mortal Instruments?
No. What is
They
that?
were a book series that became both a movie series and a TV show. They originally originated from a Ron and Ginny fan fiction that when people were like, girly, that's incest, she made it a Ginny Draco fan fiction.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
And then there is a book that's currently like big trending, and I guess it's a Star Wars fan fiction. If you've ever seen, Renee might know, the After movies on Netflix, they are a Harry Styles fan fiction.
Jesus.
I recently watched them because I had thought they all came out, and I said when they all came out, I would watch them. And I said that at work to multiple girls who knew that they were not all done, and they were like, yes, watch them now. And I was like, you guys are fucking liars. There's another fucking movie coming out.
How many movies is
I
it?
was lied to. There's 5 coming out.
What the fuck? 5?
About Harry Styles.
Are they like
But they changed it to Harden.
Okay, I was
Scott.
gonna say, so it's not directly Harry Styles.
Harden Scott.
Harden Scott.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And it's the actor is the kid who played little Voldemort.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think he was the don't quote me on this, but I thought I saw somewhere that he was the nephew of like the actual guy who played Voldemort, but I could
did
actually be really wrong.
No. I saw that on Twitter. Yes, you're right.
Okay.
You
and
are
Twitter
right.
is
Twitter
always right.
Twitter is
It never
the
lies.
Twitter is the new Wikipedia.
Twitter is literally how I get any news.
Wikipedia are the new books. So Twitter is the new Wikipedia. Wikipedia is the new encyclopedia. And if you go to encyclopedias, who?
But yeah, no, I very much enjoyed all of the X-Men movies, but there were some inconsistencies, if you will.
I've heard they're
with
not
the
great.
Timelines, and they do a whole. I mean, you saw Days of Future Past, right?
I feel like I did. If I did, it's been a long time. But
there is a whole like, he goes back in time, and it still does not make sense to me. The timelines.
Yeah, I need to.
I drew them out, much like I did after Endgame. I drew out timelines, and I was like, these still don't make sense.
I have a literal notepad.
I have a notebook filled.
Oh no! I just ripped it. Fuck. Oh, that's okay. I have a notepad with MCU chronological order, what phase they're in, the times, the release date. Like, this is
just to have.
Just to keep it straight. This is
yeah.
one
That's
of my
fair.
One of my pride and
joys.
joys.
I am a big Wolverine fan now.
I see. That's why I want to see it, because I've always liked.
And I very much love Storm.
I love X-Men, but I love X-Men from playing the old like side-scrolling video game with my cousins.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know who the X-Men characters are, and I've seen a couple of the movies, but like I don't know them that well. So I'm like, I think I'm going to the comic book shop tomorrow, so I might pick up an X-Men book.
I really liked both, and then I really like both being like, I liked all 3 of the like original X-Men's. I do think out of the Wolverine movies that Logan obviously is the best one. Like, there's no competition. I think it's the best one out of all of the X-Men Fox movies. But Days of Future Past I do own. So same with Logan, because I did have to buy it. Because I needed. If I want to cry about something, I'm going to physically own a copy about it, and so
that's fair.
Certain movies I must own. Plus, they did a Rogue edit, which was like 8 minutes longer, where instead of like Kitty, it's like Rogue. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know because I haven't seen it yet, but I bought it.
That's how I feel about like some of these books. Like, I loved Infinity War and Endgame so much. I was like, I have to have the book, and then I found out that this book is like the middle part of like a longer arc. And then I was like, oh man, now I got to get like 10 more books, blah, blah, blah. And then I did some more research, and it's like the other ones are just fluff add-ons. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to keep this.
Yeah.
Just stay here.
Sometimes I do just watch Endgame just to cry.
That's what I literally did yesterday, and then I was like, I wish Spider-Man was on.
But now I have No Way Home to just cry about.
See, so
because Spider-Man has always been my favorite. Peter Parker always, it hurts my heart so much. I love Peter Parker with my whole heart. And something about Tom's Spider-Man, because he's so young, like, fucking kills me.
I was bawling my eyes out when,
like, he is 17 at the end of No Way Home.
When Tony dies, like,
I'm not over it to this day. Like, that is his father.
So I was like,
that's our Uncle Ben. Like, that
literally.
is Tom. Like, for us, that is our Uncle Ben.
So
we had 6 movies.
I was sitting here, I was like, I haven't watched Endgame in a long time, and I just really wanted, to watch the last fight because I love that.
I love the hug.
Steve getting the hammer. I was like, I just need
say its
that.
Name. Say its name.
Steve Rogers.
No, the hammer's name.
Oh, Jonathan?
Yeah.
So when Steve gets Jonathan, I was like, yeah, I just need that. And so I was like, oh, I'm already watching. Might as well watch to the end and see, I was like,
see my pain.
Yeah,
in physical form.
But I was like, I've seen it probably 4 or 5 times at this point. I was like, I'm not gonna cry. As soon as it, I'm choking up right now. Like, as soon as it happens, just fucking bawling.
No, I have seen
and then
scene.
Pepper, oh my god, Pepper held it together until he died.
He has children. He has children because Peter Parker, the only reason he went back in time was for Peter Parker. To get back Peter Parker, because that is his fucking son. I don't care what anyone says. He invented time travel for Peter. That was the reason he did it. And all of that for no one to know who Peter Parker is. But okay, think of this. Have you seen this? That maybe it's better that we saw Tony die then, because imagine if Tony was alive and he forgot Peter.
Oh my god.
Imagine the heartbreak that I would feel.
Holy shit.
Like, Doctor Strange didn't even want to forget Peter. And he even said, I won't hesitate to sacrifice you guys.
I feel like he won't.
Obviously
though.
He cared.
I feel like he won't though. Like,
they said that there is someone who does remember.
And it has to be Doctor Strange.
There's also theories that it could be Wanda.
Wanda.
Nick Fury. Because he's off worlds.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So anyone off world, so like Thor or like the Guardians could know who he is. But I also feel like they just tell us that stuff because they were like, we don't know if you're getting another trilogy.
Yeah, they're just stringing us along.
Because honestly though, the college years would be so good, but there's also no Harry Osborn. We already know that because Norman was like my son. Well, all he said was my son. He didn't say like my son's not here.
But I mean, like, there's so many ways they could take it, especially with introducing Charlie Cox. Like, in the comics, Daredevil and Spider-Man are like,
I will die.
They're partners, and not even like partners,
Team
but
Red.
they're like, they mash up a lot, and even Moon Knight mashes with the 3 of them a lot. We could get the Midnight Suns, which would be really cool. Speaking of Marvel movies, have you ever seen these cinematic masterpieces?
I've heard of them.
They are Stassi. They are fucking.
Are they God tier?
Are
they Twilight?
They are Twilight. They are
so iconic, but bad.
Insanely bad. Ryan Reynolds is in the third one.
Did you see the Elektra with like Jennifer Gardner?
No, because I saw the one with Ben Affleck.
I don't know if it's
years
Gardner.
Ago. I think it is.
Is
I think
that
it is
what? Because is he Daredevil?
What?
Because I know that
Ben Affleck played Daredevil in a movie.
And John. I can't say his last name. Favreau.
Yeah,
He
Favreau was
was
Foggy.
Foggy.
Yeah, and I think it was Jennifer Gardner who played
Because that's
Elektra.
why they did that whole like big Foggy scene with him.
Yeah. But I didn't see the Elektra movie. I heard it was bad.
I heard they were all really bad.
I remember.
I feel like they were before my time because I was a little bitch as a kid.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't have been my thing.
I remember seeing it and being like, "This is so cool." And then after I watched the Daredevil TV show, I was like, "Let me go back and see what it was like."
Cool.
And I didn't even watch the whole thing. I just saw a picture, and like Ben Affleck is in a bright red, like that's pink, but like a bright red latex gimp suit, and I'm like, this is fucking weird.
I remember I saw something about like a Daredevil yellow suit.
Yeah.
And someone was like, thank God they never did that for Charlie when they were switching between like the Man in Black and then like the red like devil horn, which like god tier suit.
So sick.
So
sweet.
I remember Googling it and I was like, oh yeah, thank God they didn't do that.
It looks so goofy, and I almost picked up a Daredevil comic the other day where he had it like on the cover.
Those are like flop era, but that might have been just because they were yellow.
Yeah, it was weird.
Again, I know nothing about comics.
I'm literally
just know the plot.
I'm literally gonna send you pictures tomorrow when I am at the comic book shop.
I'll be at work. I'm literally gonna be at my kiosk tomorrow, which means I will be just leaning against counters and sitting on the floor.
I might pick up my first Funko Pop.
Oh my god! Listen, I did pre-order because I am sick in the head. I did pre-order the Doctor Strange Wanda one, and she's like, it's her like when they like they're like, oh, Scarlet Witch, and she's got like and like at the end of WandaVision, it's that pose, but it's for Doctor Strange. It doesn't ship till June.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so cool.
I refuse to get a ton. Like I've wanted a Spider-Man for years.
See, that's why I'm
so bad.
That's why I'm afraid to even get one. I'm afraid to get one because I feel like
it's a disease.
I'm already into this. I can't
me with my pile of books and me with my pile of DVDs behind me as if I don't have every fucking streaming service and app available.
Jesus Christ.
But like I have to have the physical copy so that just in case
the apocalypse,
my internet goes down, I can watch Little Women on repeat. For my man Timmy. I want Timothée Chalamet to be the MCU Harry Osborn so bad.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine.
I love Timothée Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet is already going to play the most devious Wonka ever created.
Did you watch Dune?
No. I heard
Neither did I. I said, once I found out it was a part one, I said, I'll watch when they both come out.
So it's not even going to be like part 1 of 2. So from what I understand, the Dune books are like
something.
There's like a bunch of them.
Do something. Yeah.
There's already a ton of them. So from what I understood, this movie was like the first third of the first book. So they're like they're trying to make it like a Star Wars, like a Marvel. Like
I knew you were gonna say it was like a Star Wars, and I have not seen. My favorite. We have a Star Wars collection at work, and my favorite joke to say is that I have not seen a Star War. I've never seen a Star War. And
not any of them.
Really hate when I say that.
I haven't seen. We have
a Marvel collection.
I did see
when I tell you that I bought all of it. I have a full bracelet and a ring, and it's sold out.
So when me and Kieran were talking about Marvel, we ended our month, and then like 2 days later, I was walking past a Pandora, and I saw the Marvel collection. And as I was sending him a picture, he sent me a picture of the same thing, and
he's in the mall. He's buying it.
His caption was like, "Yo, should we make our girls buy us this because we deserve it?"
I literally own it. I literally put it like when they announced it. I literally grabbed it and like was like, I need one of everything. I don't care, and I'm not the only one. Like most of the staff got it. So my favorite thing. So it's Iron Man. Like it's actual Iron Man. It's so fucking cute. And then there's Thor's hammer. The cap is a shield, and it's not the greatest, but it is what it is. there's a Black Widow, and honestly, they like hate crimed her. She looks so goddamn bad, and it's a Captain Marvel quote on it. It's so bad. I was like, who let this go through? It's the Infinity Stones, the gauntlet, amazing, like top tier. I have it on a necklace, and then in the Disney parks, they did a Spider-Man one like years ago, and my boss bought it for me for my birthday.
Aww.
So I've got that one on mine. But then they did like the 6, right?
Yeah.
There's a Hulk. Except they didn't do Hawkeye, they did Black Panther.
Well, yeah.
So fucking funny to me. I was like, they too knew no one cared about Hawkeye.
That's so fucking fun. And you know, I thought Hawkeye was gonna be my least favorite show, and it was definitely up there.
It was literally my second favorite. Like, I don't know if like WandaVision was my favorite because I'm deeply mentally ill and love Wanda.
And you were so seen.
I was so seen. I was so heard, and it just like the kids. Fucking Evan Peters making his appearance.
That was a punch in the fucking teeth. I loved it.
Also, like Aaron Taylor Johnson, R.I.P. You and your fucking pedophile wife. But like oh my god, bring him back. I want that Pietro because I knew we couldn't do both, but now that you own Fox, we can do both.
We can do anything.
I thought he was like he was slotted to be Kraven the Hunter.
No, that's gonna. Oh yeah, he is.
That's him.
Yeah, he is.
But either way, like I don't know. Going back, I don't know if
Sony's
was,
gonna fuck their
because of just like I love Wanda. It like deeply and emotionally hurt me. Catherine Hahn. It had fucking my queen, Kat Dennings. Like it had the best of everything.
How are you about to say you're bad with names and people like?
Well, these people are important to
I'm
me.
very I'm like
but like James Marsden isn't like that important to me. It was just like a guess.
Yeah.
Like certain people have like these people I love. So it's like I knew I was gonna love it, but then like I also knew I was going to love the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but it wasn't my fave. And I do blame COVID for that because I know they cut stuff out of that because it was too much like COVID.
Yeah, what they cut like two whole episodes.
They cut out like a whole plot because like that sickness or whatever was basically COVID.
Yeah.
And they cut it out, like the vaccines and stuff they were going for, and I know they cut that.
Yeah, I really fucking.
I was also a little. Obviously I wanted Falcon to become Cap, but I did want, because like when it ends, it's like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and it's like so Bucky didn't get. I wanted Bucky to get his time.
I feel like
I obviously wanted Falcon to get his time.
I feel like Bucky definitely got a little bit, but I'm with you. He definitely didn't
get his like full growth.
He definitely
he was supposed to be my White Wolf.
Yeah, like he got like his whole therapy. Like I feel like that was just like a subplot line, and like.
Yeah, it wasn't enough for me because I am a Bucky stan, obviously. He was my first Funko Pop. Yeah. And it is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier one.
He is my first
So he's got the vibranium arm.
Oh.
And then, so, yeah, I would definitely say WandaVision, Hawkeye, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki. What If, I was kind of what if about. I don't care.
I loved
I
What
watched
If.
it. I did like it, but I wasn't like, I need to see this.
I absolutely loved it. I think that was the one that I was looking forward to the most. And I was so surprised with how they tied it in. And at the end, I was like, oh my God, they're really going to tie this into... Because I knew that they were going to tie it into the Doctor Strange. But
yeah, that's why I did. I was like, I was worried I would need it for No Way Home. I was worried I would need everything. I knew No Way Home was gonna fuck me up, so I was like, I must watch every content I can.
I was so excited.
I was glad I went back and watched the Tobey movies because it had been so long since I had seen them. I don't think I'd ever seen the third one. Like I knew about it, but I don't actually think I'd ever seen it.
You definitely didn't need to.
I did look at my phone for half the movie.
Yeah, I loved the third one.
Yes, you said
that. Unpopular opinion, but I love it.
I didn't love the Tobey movies. I know everyone loves Spider-Man too, but I was
That's what I was going to say. I only went back and watched Spider-Man 2, and I loved it. And I was like, wow, this still is really good. But I remember watching those as like my first superhero movies. So it was nostalgic for me. So like
I remember seeing the Fantastic Four.
Oh my gosh.
And I think that was my first superhero movie with like
I blocked
Chris Evans.
I blocked out seeing the Fantastic Four.
I rewatched them when I was watching the X-Men movies because I was like, they might tie in. I watched the first X-Men and maybe got 10 minutes in, and then I was like, oh, I couldn't, or I'm sorry, the Fantastic Four. I watched the first Fantastic Four, maybe got 20 minutes in before I was like, I'm looking at my phone.
Yeah.
The second one does like, you cannot find it. It is that bad. And then X-Men, oh my God, again, the Final Four, whatever they called it. The
there
one
was
with like fucking Miles Teller. It's like a new one that came out in like 2017, 2018, and it's Michael B. Jordan and Miles Teller, and I don't know who else is in it.
Yeah, I refused to watch any of the Fantastic Four after the one with Jessica Alba. I remember watching it as a kid and being like, this fucking sucked.
I remember I saw it in theaters with my grandparents. Like my grandparents who were dead very early. Like, I do not... Yeah. It was so bad.
I really hope they eventually do it right.
But I was like, I don't know if
Isn't there a Fantastic Four movie slated to come out soon? Like in the next couple of years?
Like Phase 5 or something?
Yeah, I swear there is a Fantastic Four. I don't know who they...
There is. I don't know anyone that's like slotted for it. I know there's a lot of people because they're... I don't know if they're focusing on movies right now because it seems like after Doctor Strange is Thor.
Yeah.
And then the next Black Panther?
I just saw something got announced about the newest Black Panther, but I haven't read anything.
Posted. I think they were posting a scene or something.
I've been trying to stay off Twitter until Doctor Strange comes out.
Oh yeah. When like No Way Home came out, it was like everyone I worked with had like different ticket times for the opening weekend, and so everyone was just like, we would just look at each other and be like, I'm not telling you anything.
I couldn't see it opening day. I wound up seeing it like 2 or 3 days later, so I had to stay not off Twitter, like I had to stay off the internet for 3 days, and I was like, this is fucking killing me because
I stayed off Twitter for the Batman just in case. But I did look to see if there was an end credit scene because someone told me there was one, and there was not one.
Yeah.
So I told my dad, I was like, we don't gotta stay. But you know what had an end credit scene? Uncharted.
I wanted to go see Uncharted, but I heard it was so bad.
Honestly, I enjoyed it.
Really?
I do love Tom Holland. I hate Mark Wahlberg.
I never played Uncharted, so I didn't have
I've never played a video game, as you all know.
I know.
I thought it was entertaining like the whole time. I wasn't bored at all, and obviously I did go see it for Tom Holland. I would not have gone and seen that movie if it wasn't Tom Holland, but I would not have gone and seen the Batman if it wasn't for Rob. So.
Yeah, that's what Renee said. She wanted to go see Uncharted because of Tom Holland, and
oh my God, he's so hot in it.
I wanted to play the game because of it, because because I love Tom Holland.
I know a lot of people were pissed that he was cast because he doesn't look like the video game player, but
he doesn't at all.
It's a video game, so he's not pixelated, so...
That's not the point. It's not pixelated.
That's the point.
It's not 1985.
I don't know how games work. Dox me.
Stassi, we need to end. we have been, I was thinking of telling you at first that we needed to end at a half hour because I knew this was gonna happen. But I just missed you, and I'm so glad that we are.
The best part is I didn't even give you all of the tea.
I know.
Because we started recording.
I know. I need to hear it.
And it's funny.
that'll be.
It is something that my boss literally went and heard half of it, and she started laughing so hard that I'm pretty sure people in the Target next to the mall could hear her laughing.
Oh my God. Okay. So with that being said, we're gonna end. Peace. We will be back whenever we're back. Do you have anything that you want to say before we end?
No, I'm good.